Memorial Day is a day to celebrate all those who have served in the military to help everybody else in the country. It's a day we celebrate and say thank you for your service.
Memorial Day means to me it's a time to remember our veterans who served in all the wars that have been in. They mean a lot to me.
Memorial Day means to me, it means giving thanks for a day that all the people who fought for our country and they do the hard work, putting their life on the line.
Memorial Day to me is a time to remember the men and women who have given the ultimate sacrifice. We couldn't do what we do today without the people who've gone before us and have allowed us to live as we do.
Memorial Day means to me to respect all your veterans, and God bless.
So this year on Memorial Day will be the first year that my daughter, who's a freshman, who's in the ROTC program at her high school, will be marching in the parade. And my youngest daughter will be playing a trumpet in the band, so parade day.
I spend time with my grandfather who served in the Navy. So, I mean, usually I spend time with them, and also spend time with my uncle and aunt and cousins because they like to take me up to Oaks for the long weekends. So that's fun.
I hang out with my family. May or may not have a little barbecue, but always try and remember like the importance of the day.
On Memorial Day, I usually go to the beach and go lobstering, hang out with the family, and probably just go fishing.
On Memorial Day, I go to West Boylston and I go to the West Boylston Parade and I go to my great grandma and grandpa's grave because they were veterans and just basically have fun at a parade.
So Memorial Day to me is a time where I reflect about all of the men and women who've given up their lives so I can have the life that I have with myself, my family. And I also think of my brother who served in Afghanistan and the time that he was away from family. So it's a good moment to reflect with family, and that's kind of what I do on Memorial Day. Is I get together with family and we reflect on all those things.
My dad's actually a retired Air Force general. Didn't see combat, was active during Vietnam, didn't see combat. I had both my grandfathers were in World War II. 3 out of my 4 great-grandfathers were in World War I, and then I have ancestors going back to War of 1812, Civil War, and even the American Revolution.
Memorial Day means a lot to me because my dad was in the Army for a few years before he went to college, and I think it's really important to honor our soldiers because they do so much for our country and don't get recognized as much as they should.
Father-in-law was in Vietnam, and I believe my mother's brothers were in the Navy during World War II.
I do have a few relatives who served in the military. My grandfather served in World War II. He was in the Air Force.
First, I want to say thank you to all our veterans. Both my grandfathers were veterans. My grandfather on my mom's side was in the Navy, and my great-grandfather on my dad's side was in World War II. He was a medic on Omaha Beach.
I'd like to thank my father especially. He was and is a veteran. And just take a moment to recognize the mental health that a lot of veterans deal with. A lot of mental illness that isn't often talked about. I think we need to recognize that in order to really support our veterans.
What I would like to say to the veterans is thank you for fighting for our country and making America the greatest country on the planet. Thank you.
What I'd like to say to our veterans, just, thank you for all that you've done. And just, you've set a real great example for all of us. And, we can only hope that we can try and live up to the example you have all set.
Saying thank you to all of our veterans for their service. We appreciate you.
I personally have family that served in the military, so I'd like to thank all the Veterans Day, and I wish you a happy Memorial Day.
I'd like to say just thanks for your service, appreciate it.
I would like to thank all of our veterans, and I also have family who have served our country, so I would like to thank them for all their hard work and risks that they've taken.
I have family who have served, so Memorial Day to me means recognizing the sacrifices and risks others have made for us in our country.
I would like to thank all of our veterans for defending our freedom, our liberties, and just keeping us safe and keeping us the greatest country in the world. God bless.
I'd like to say to all the veterans, thank you for all of your services and protecting our country. And you don't always get appreciated, but please know that we appreciate you here at Millbury High School. Thank you again.